Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online on the legendary server. We are back here in Aughaire because we basically have completed every quest that we can sort of do at the moment in this little encampment here. There was actually one more quest I found as I was walking here. That is also a small fellowship quest, so I thought just like the others I'd leave it for the moment just so we don't get massively overwhelmed by stuff like that. Obviously we're now here in Aughaire. I do want to have a quick check of the quest for the epic quest, see if that is a doable thing now. If it is, I think, against what I said last time, I'll probably do it until we hit that spike next time, maybe. Or we'll do like what we can today, then next episode do some leveling, just to keep it a little bit fresh, because I just don't want to be going, oh, I need to get to this level, this level, this level, every single episode. Before we get into doing all that though, we do have our Hobbit gift of the day and of the week. We do have inventory space, luckily. Let's have a look at what they're going to be. The daily one is going to be a medium pile of silver scraps. That is worth 1 gold now. And the gold is going to be a scroll of perfect crafting lore, which is really actually quite useful because it gives us a 100% critical rating for metalsmithing, tailoring, weaponsmithing, woodworking, scholar, cooking, or jeweling. So basically, for 1 minute, if we want to craft anything, we've got a 100% chance of it getting critted, which is good when you're making a lot of gear and don't want to waste a lot of XP or stuff. So, Coronair, it looks like we have the ability, yeah, we're 5 levels under, and that's sort of the cutoff. So, that's what I'm going to go do today, and the next episode we'll probably start that, quest that gives you 3 quests from, the leader of Aughaire. But I think we'll start on here. So this also gives us a nice new cloak with some more morale and power. It gives us more morale than the vitality does. We lose might, but I think it might be worth seeing. Because, yeah, we'll lose a bit of might, but it depends on, actually, if we lose a lot of morale. I do want to check as well. These guys have all got a quest above their head. Present yourself to the chieftain. Present yourself to the chieftain. Yeah, so Cranog is the guy that's going to give us the... that triple quest I was chatting about, and I think that's a perfect lead-in. So we'll do this. If this doesn't take massively long, and let's say we do this and instantly have to try and level up to 41, we'll do that, or at least at the start of next episode, we'll start with that one, and then we can use that as a very good segue basically into doing that. I'm going to try and keep to the path. Actually, I was going to say I shouldn't, but I can get all the way up here and then just go through the regular pathway to get down here safest way possible. Obviously there's a few wargs around, but that's not a huge issue, and we'll just go down here at a later point, or pretty much straight after. So we need to collect the heart from a lifeless watching stone, which, if I remember correctly, I know exactly, well, I can tell you exactly where, but I can tell you sort of how it looks. But looking at where it is, I'm either thinking of this one, because I don't think it's here, because I'm pretty sure I spent quite a lot of time in this area doing Slayer deeds. I don't know, we'll have to have a look when we get there, but we'll do that. And yeah, as I said, depending on where this goes to, if it goes to a 46 quest next, or I think generally they keep it at 45 or at a certain level for a little bit, and then after like a chapter or so, or not a chapter, a book or half a book or something like that, that's when they sort of decide, hey, we're gonna put up the numbers now, because otherwise you'll be every other level, every other quest you're going to have to be leveling up, which is a bit of a pain. Obviously we don't want that, so it is a bit of a pain having this, especially as I've said before on the legendary server. It's a bit more noticeable, but it's just one of those things you got to deal with, unfortunately. A little bit annoying, as I said, but nothing we can't deal with. So gonna have to go in here, right in the middle. I'm thinking of over here, I'm pretty sure. Basically, there's a sort of pathway with this big, statue. That's what I'm thinking of. That's actually quite a nice place over there. I think that's the place I'm thinking of. This bit. It's quite a nice place to do some power leveling, in fact. But not really something we're worried about too much, because overall for us, rather than having to just go through and kill a bunch of enemies, it's a lot more efficient, I think, for us to just do quests, because it's going to be a decent amount of XP that we get, plus some items that increase our stats, and just generally potential drops, vendor trash, stuff we can obviously sell, or, you know, materials or deeds, all that sort of stuff, because if you're power leveling, that sort of stuff you go back to later a lot of the time, whereas with us, we kind of want to keep on top of things. We don't really want to fall behind. So that will be a good idea. So where is it? These statues. Oh, okay, so they're completely not what I thought they were. We have to possibly be a little careful. I'm going to go around this way. And then through here. We go to these lifeless watching. So maybe I'm thinking of the next quest. So I need to go to another one now. So we'll get another one here. Maybe they don't have all have hearts in it? Is that what you were saying? For a crack of the stonework or dark rock, you pick up the rock, you experience a brief feeling of uneasiness, and it passes quickly. Collect a heart from a lifeless watching stone. That's done. Back to Aughaire we go. That was surprisingly easier than I thought. This would be the time where, obviously, as a hunter, always talk about how nice it is to be a hunter. You could probably travel back quite quickly. But you probably wouldn't have that at this point, but I guess you would have Desperate Flight, possibly. Can't remember what level you get that out. I don't know why, but I want to say level 26, but that really doesn't feel like the answer. I'll be very surprised myself if that is the correct answer. And what I think I'll do quickly is, we've already had to make one trip out here, pretty long trip. I'll quickly skip to when we're over there, because there's no real point in us, you know, just having that entire walk back, and it's pretty safe for us, so I think we'll survive. We won't really have to worry about any enemies, and we should be good. So I'll quickly skip back, and I'll see you in a minute, or pretty much just a second. Right, so we're back here. Aughaire is just here. Let's give you back this heart. And
what can I do for
okay, it's still level 45. We can still, you know, accept the quest, which is nice. We have to collect the stone heart. This part is broken. There may yet be another path open to us. Some villagers returned from a hunting expedition told us the ritual being performed at Aughaire, a fortress in the northeast. It's for a place called LOTRO. Okay. Okay. So they're preparing another watching stone. Those were broken. We need a new one. Okay. And either a... not actually. No. Okay, that gives us in combat morale regen, but we've got 103 morale plus 32 vitality, which is better than the 180 morale total, and will isn't a huge issue for us. So we'll probably try and pick this up, considering the minimum damage. Oh, it's a two-handed. Oh, it's awkward. Right, please don't say this is too far away. That's actually not that bad. In all honesty, we can make that trip pretty quickly. Yeah, so this is 45, so hopefully it kind of stays around that number for a little while longer. Though I'm sure we'll see very soon. No matter what, even if, you know, the next 2-3 quests are level 45, what I said I'll do, as I said I'll do, I will next episode do that quest, and then, you know, level up. Not level up, but do all the questing in Aughaire, just to switch it up a bit. But I'm going to quickly just jump over to this place. We've already done this trip before. I'll be honest, I could have probably gotten away with not skipping ahead. That was like really super quick, because this is where we came to last time. I do remember that now. Yeah, we need to get... Actually, it's just there, isn't it? Not there. I think it's past that bit there. I think you can kind of see the statue a little bit. It's always one of the ones where I come through and I'm like, that's not something I care about. I'll leave that. Because I guess I kind of forgot about this quest, but in my head it was always a secondary quest, like a side quest part. But I guess I might be misremembering, or there is a second side quest bit to it. Or again, yeah, just misremembering, which I think is more likely than anything else. So, Aughaire, that guy, or that set there isn't a huge deal, it is just in here. We can actually get there pretty much without having to kill anybody. Yeah, so Fell Spirit, I'm going to assume this is what it is. Looks to be the case. We got some Forgotten Text, which is actually for Artisan. I always look at those things and think, they're really well placed. What if it's actually Yeah, so Sorcerer Tath, what is his name? Tath, yeah. I really didn't want to be knocked out there, and that was a little bit annoying. I don't know why I use that skill. We got to remember as well, we got this skill last time for our power. So if we ever lower our, or get lower power, we can use True Heroics. So, we'll be fine. Here's a little bit of a pain there, because we're probably going to have to kill this spirit as well. And he's deflecting most of my attacks. Yep, thought so. Come on. There is the deed. And of course he's a spirit. And as this other guy was doing, he's basically deflecting every single attack. And he's now sent someone else to attack me. He's bracing attack on you. I'd rather, if I can't attack the majority of you, at least I can get some attacks on someone else. Deflect stuff, I use that as well. I remember all this stuff needs to be used. Also killing these guys does give us these deeds. So obviously it is still definitely worth it. Finally! There he is. Apparently we've killed one Angmarin now. How good of us. Right. Now I've got to go back to Aughaire once again to take the heart back to him. I'm going to go this way because I think it's easier. I think. Probably not. No, my luck. Yeah, actually, I think it is safer because I don't get any of those debuffs. But we do have to go a little bit further to get back. So, back to Aughaire we go. Okay, back to Aughaire once again. I feel like this is very much deja vu doing this, but let's get that in.
What do you need?
We didn't really have a good choice of items, really, did we? I'll go with this. Just more like, oh, of course it was. I mean, I was going to say, at least with this, we have a slightly higher chance of potentially using it because of the morale regen. I'm going to also use this. But we have been locked out once again, which kind of is alright because ideally we want to, well, I was going to, roughly about now, start this present yourself to the chieftain quest, which I guess is perfect time for us to go over there, start having every single member of this town give us a quest and sort of have a little look at what they're going to do. What I think I'll do though is we'll do this, have a look at it, end off for today, so it's a bit of a shorter episode, but we did get quite a bit done, and then we're going to go do all this next episode. So yeah, as I said, we've presented ourselves to the chieftain. Now he's going to give us a Cranog's challenge, which is complete a task from Rorquil, Wraith, and Aughaire. So basically, if you don't do these, you're not a friend to us, we're not going to help you. Prove yourself being worthy, and I'll give you stuff. So we actually get some relatively decent armor, I think. It's more specifically to do with the sets. So when we get 5 different items of this equipped, we get plus 41 might, 41 fate, and 24 vitality. 3 of them we get 2,508 non-combat morale regen, which is actually pretty good. And we can wear any of those. So, looking at it, it's not great. But, because we gain might, which is good, but we lose vitality. But we get a little bit more with the max morale. I want to work out exactly how much we're losing, but we're still losing. We gain more armor though, but when we get to 3 stuff, we're going to get more morale regen, and when we get to 5, we're going to get more might, and vitality, which hopefully makes up for it a little bit, plus if we upgrade our jewelry. So it's definitely stuff that's worth doing. We'll complete that. We'll put on these 3. So this gives us a gem. We have to be level... Oh, we have to literally finish the quest. That's really weird. You have to finish the quest to use it. How would you get it otherwise? Which gives us 20 vitality. So we lose vitality, lose power, morale, gain power, gain some will. So we probably won't put that on. But again, If you get 2 of them, you get max power. If you get 3 of them, 24 vitality to 41 will. So we might, but I think we'll probably end up collecting them all first and then sort of seeing. So this gives us vitality, max morale, so we get a lot more health. We lose that might, but we're going to go might from the shoes. You know, there's a lot to juggle here, and you are going to give us the ring, which is going to give us fate, which we will definitely swap this out for Muntz's ring because it gives us more fate, max power, max morale, plus it will give us the set bonuses, hopefully, if we put everything on. What I'll do is when we complete it, we'll have to keep inventory space, but we can at least get these 3 now. But when we complete all this stuff for Cranog's challenge and get all the fem, items, all 5 of them, we'll have to sort of switch everything out and then look at our stats before and after, before we can make a full choice on what's actually gonna happen with that, because it could be great, could be terrible, we're not entirely sure, could be better than what we have, even if per item we're losing stuff, the set bonuses might be worth it. So definitely something worth looking at. It's going to help us in the long run, plus we're going to get experience, and also obviously we need to be a level 41 now to get those quests. I'm going to have to look how long this book lasts and what I'm going to have to do, because I feel like I am now just going to have to, since we've had this occurrence happen multiple times, I'm just going to have to level up like 5 levels to catch up, because we are 5 levels behind, and then if we can at least stay somewhat in sync with stuff, it'll be better than us constantly being 5 levels behind and struggling a little bit, which we're currently doing now. Not necessarily struggling, but we are 5 levels behind, which is causing issues. But next episode we'll do all this. It's sort of mainly this area, and then there's obviously more quests after that. Otherwise, how would we get all the armor fem things? Yeah, the armor of fem. So we got robes, vestments, and armor, and yeah, we got 5 sets I think of this, or 4 and then extra thing. I don't know how it works. I can't remember exactly, but it's also going to help us with deeds, which is also a good thing. But enough of me rambling. That's gonna be it for now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.